this is Summer's story time about how much she hated our science teacher. And there are many
How would you
stories.
feel if somebody showed her this? Okay,
I don't know,
well,
but me and Miss Prime were tight, so.
I didn't hate her that much. Just we got into a lot
Really?
of our.
You'd come to me after class, I hate Miss Pride so much, and I'm like, me
Because
and
she
her
made
are cool.
me angry. But literally, that was probably one of my favorite classes just because we got to listen to music and dance around. And since we were in advanced class.
We did the wobble the
yeah,
last day of
since we
school.
didn't, we had days when we were supposed to be doing our work, but they just play music and we'd all dance. And Miss Prime would be like, do our work. And we're just like, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble,
Punnett
baby.
square dance.
Oh my. Yeah, the slow motion Dougie. That's our Punnett square dance. But me and Miss Pride got into quite a few disagreements. Okay, so
Disagreements? You guys had a war in the middle of class.
the first time we got into a war, and I don't know why she really hated me. It's probably just because of my attitude. Because I got A's in her class all through the year until one report card I got an F because I was going through a lot of stuff, and then it went back up to a B, and I got B's for the next two report periods because that was the end of the year. So yeah. So I was in her class and she disliked me. And the first fight I can remember, other than like stupid stuff like oh Summer, you forgot your pencil, you're so stupid and stuff like that.
Well, she didn't call you stupid.
Well, I know she called me a brat though. But
Yeah,
that I'll tell you
that
was
was
an
a thing.
interesting story. Okay,
Yeah,
so I
that
had
was
my
the
phone,
thing.
and this is when I didn't have this phone. I had a little stupid track phone. Okay. And I had it in my pocket because I did not go to my locker that morning because I was going to be late to school, and I like to eat breakfast because I like food. So I went to breakfast.
Well, and you just forgot that it was in your pocket. You were like, oh, hey, whatever.
Yeah, so I had it in my pocket. And in that class, we have to go up to get our binders.
Oh, I was a part of the story.
Yeah, and in this class, we have to go up to get our binders, and we have to go up to get blah, blah, blah. And this was the time when I was sitting right in front of Hannah. And I was almost, no, I wasn't almost, I think I was late to class. I was a few minutes late. And
no, I think you were like 20 seconds late, and she was just like, whatever.
Yeah, and she was like, whatever. So I like ran to get my binder and stuff, and my phone slipped out of my pocket, but I didn't notice at first. So it was just kind of laying on the floor, and the battery fell out. And then me and Miss Prime started getting in an argument about something. I forgot what. I think it was because I didn't have my work or something. So we started getting an argument, and then she's like, and is that your phone on the floor? And I was like, maybe. And then she continued to yell at me, and then I was like tears pouring down my face, like I was sobbing in the middle of the class. And it was just not fun. I had to pick up my phone. She was like, go take it to your locker, Summer. Blip, blip, blip.
I was a part of the story because I gave her a folder to take her phone in.
Yeah, so that I didn't get in trouble. And
you kept that folder till the last day of school. I was like, oh, hey, I didn't know I still had this.
But
I was like, oh, that's still a thing?
So that happened, and when I came back to class, my eyes were all red, and everybody just kind of like ignored that fact. But I think Miss Prime was just in a bad mood that day, because that same day she also made another girl in our class cry because she didn't have her work, and she was a good student. So I think Miss Prime probably made like 20 kids in that class cry that day. So like, she called me a brat one day because I chew gum and she doesn't like gum. And hold on, the thing that annoys me about this is I chew gum in her class, okay? And she'll be like, Summer, spit out your gum. But then there's another girl, and I'm not gonna name names, and she was in our class. Then she's popular and really pretty, and Miss Pine loves her, and she got and like stuff like that. And whenever she has gum, she's like, honey, I've told you this a million times, spit out your gum. And when I have gum, she's like, war releases, like Satan comes out of her, like yeah, like. And I didn't have gum for a few months, and then one day I bought a pack of gum and I came to class with it. And I was chewing gum and she was like, Summer, spit out your gum. You do this every day. You're such a little brat. And then I was, because I won't be, no, that's a lie. I was about to say I won't be mean to students, but I will be mean to students. But I don't have a problem being like, with a teacher. So I was like, actually.
You're more nice to the general public than you are to your teachers.
So I was like, actually, I haven't had gum for a few months in this class. You can't say I've had gum every day. And she was like, you do too have gum every day. I can ask anybody in this class. I was like, you can
and
ask.
And she asked me.
I know. I was like, Hannah, have I had gum? And she was like, no. And I was like, exactly. And I was like, and why don't I haven't had gum for a few months because I'm a poor person and can't afford gum. So I mean, Like, and she was like, Summer, stop talking back. That's not gonna get you anywhere. And I was like, well, everybody else in this class has gum every day, and you don't seem to yell at them for it. Like, you let them do the wobble in the front of the class, and if I go up to sharpen my pencil so I can do the math work, the science work, you like.
See, me and Miss Prine were straight, so it's alright. I
And
never had problems with Miss Prine. I loved Miss Prine so much.
Oh my, and then the other last time was she was like, Summer, you got a bad grade on this. Your grade right now is now an 80% B. And I was like, what's wrong with a B? I was like, I am happy with a B. And she gave me this disgusted look and she was like, don't even say that. I don't want to talk to you. And I'm like, what? And she was like, you should not aim for a B. And I'm like, honey, a B is above passing. I think I'd be good with a B. And she was just like so angry at me and like we got into so many arguments. Like, oh my god,
Me and Miss Prine were straight. We never got into arguments. Like, she'd just tell me, make sure you bring your work. And then we were straight. I was like, alright, whatever. Thank you.
She made me so agitated.
I loved Miss Prine so much.
I loved her class in general, but I hated it when we got into fights because it was like, no.
Yeah.
I never even got a binder for her.
Didn't you just kind of like use mine sometimes?
No, I actually finally got a binder, but it was like an old binder I found, and because I thought at the end of the year she was gonna do a big binder check.
That's what I thought. I was like,
So,
oh my god, my binder.
So I got like a little old shitty binder, and like I put my papers in it for the last 6 weeks, and cause if she was like, "Where's your work for the whole year?" I was gonna be like, "I thought we were supposed to clean this out every 6 weeks."
Yeah.
So that was my plan.
But then you didn't even have to have a plan. See, the one
So I
time
just
that you
had to-
plan, you don't need something. Every other time you don't plan, you're like, oh, well, we need this, 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 and this. But Carol's class, for example.
I was surprised because she always gave me zeros, but like the first 2 weeks she gave me like a D, and I was like, "Love, I don't have a binder at all. How did I get a D?" And she was like,
I loved Mr. Carol so much. She was great. Alright, well, we're getting to like 7.5 minutes. So, that was
just on my hate for
that was our Miss Prime story time.
science
So,
class.
like, comment, subscribe, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, email us, ask us questions.
Mhm.